Yeah, late night sex, so wet and so tight. Man said, bet you tonight, babe, you can have whatever you like. Yeah, you can go whatever you like. Yeah, Tiger Woods ain't crap. Alright, well, you know, just try and spice it up a little bit. I get the feeling that sometimes people think I'm a little boring, a little, we could say lacking flair in my announcing. I'm just trying to give it to you straight. Steve Stricker today, early in the coverage, had a chance at 62. A great 10-footer for birdie. I watched really the second half of the back nine is when the coverage started, and I got to see the birdie at 15 to get him to 7 under, and I realized that he had a chance to shoot 62 before the announcers mentioned that, and they were kind of reluctant to do so because it's kind of a curse when they do, and they did, and he missed that putt, but it was a good putt. A lot of putts have not gone down for 62. Seems like it's a lower limit of 63. Someday 62 will be shot, but wasn't today. Jerry Kelly, also from Wisconsin, same as Stricker, also in his 40s, shot a 5 under 65. That was the second best round. '03 PGA champ, which is his only tour win. Shot a 66, 4 under par. He's 3 shots back, and then you get to some other guys. Tiger Woods, did he have a good day? Everyone wants to know, and answer: no. Absolutely atrocious in every single way. And he was actually 3 under through his first 5 holes. And went on to shoot a 77, which is the worst round he's ever shot in a PGA Championship. In any round. In any year. Phil Mickelson had a decent round. 71, that's 1 over. 8 shots back. But it's a pretty comfortable position. Luke Donald, even par. Lee Westwood, 1 over. Matt Kuchar, 1 over. A lot of guys sitting at 1 under, even 1 over. They're right in the thick of it. Nothing really jumped out. There's a lot of guys still with a chance to win. I mean, if Stricker comes out there and has another good round tomorrow, which he said he struggled a little bit in the practice rounds, and he was fairly surprised he did so well. If he even levels off at even or over par, and this is anyone's tournament. Anyone that's 1 or 2 over, even par tomorrow, comes out and shoots a 65, they're right back in the middle of it come the weekend. So Mickelson's still well in it, and Woods is going to have his work cut out for him to make the cut. And I'm leaning towards thinking that he won't, but he always surprises us, doesn't he? And it seems like he's missed a lot of cuts in majors. So I actually kind of doubt that he's going to... I got a feeling that he might give it a go tomorrow, depending on what happens. It's one of those things where it's debatable on whether he will or not make the cut, and I'd like to get your feedback on that. What you think? Obviously, tomorrow Mickelson and Woods will be playing in the latter afternoon, so I will get to watch them play. I only got to see 1 hole from Woods today, and of course it was a bogey. The 18th. Keimer shot a 72, I believe. There's a lot of guys, a lot of talented players still well in it. And of course, McIlroy, I didn't even mention the fiasco with his wrist. It seemed like it got more TV coverage than the actual golf that was being played. But I know exactly how that feels. They said they would get an MRI on it if you weren't watching. He had a tree root on the 3rd hole. It kind of hurt his wrist, bent it a little bit, jarred it. Kind of like a bone jam like I had. But it still has, it's just, it's harder to cock your wrist back when something like that happens. And, I've struggled with it, but they taped it up. Obviously, I don't think he has exactly what I had because he was actually able to complete the round. I was in such pain that I could not move my hand for at least a month after that. It was awful. But it was the same type of injury. I didn't mention Stricker in the preview or the predictions, and I probably should have. You know, he did miserable at the British like usual. But if there was a tournament that he could compete in, and it was a major, you know, the PGA Championship seems to be, you know, the, the major that he can compete at, along with the Masters, and even more so the PGA. It's just a regular, more of a regular feel. It's a long course. He's a pretty good long hitter, um, and he is competing at the age of 44. And to be quite frank, uh, I know it's early. Um, he has a solid round tomorrow. The tournament is his to win or lose, really, in my opinion. He goes out there and shoots another 67 or lower. The tournament is his to win or lose at that point. Because the winner is not going to be better than 10 under, I do not believe, unless it's Stricker himself. Pretty bold statement, but I feel that's the way I feel right now. Um, the, the course is too difficult, and I know it's saying that there were 21 guys under par today. It's just not the kind of course you can rack off like 3 or 4 really good rounds. And they alluded to the long par 3, the 15th hole. It's a 253-yard par 3. They said you might be better off laying up on that every single day, and I could believe it. There's some big numbers out there waiting for players. Tiger Woods double bogey that hole. Um, there's a lot of trouble. Mickelson said that he's ready to jump right back into the mix, that he's feeling good about his game. And I believe him. You know, I truly believe that. And Stricker though looks great. I mean, right now I will root for Stricker if he is, you know, in contention for this thing, because at the age of 44, even more so than Clark, and I know Clark played on the European tour a lot, but with all this talk, and moreover, Stricker is American. You know, it doesn't matter how old he is still American. It would be nice to see an American win a major. And, of course, the 6 straight majors. We always thought it would be a young American player, first-time major winner. But Steve Stricker, look how much the guy has been through. And the tournaments that he's won in his later years, you know, he plummeted off the world rankings to a point where he nearly quit. He was the comeback player of the year a few years ago. I mean, it's a great story. It would be awesome to see him win a major at his age for the first time, and coincidentally, he'd be one of the oldest players to win a major. Of course, Julius Boros, the oldest one. But perhaps even a bigger story would be Sean McKeel winning another tournament and it being another PGA championship. That's about the only thing I can think of that would be bigger. I mean, um, Bo Van Pelt shot a 73. You know, so a lot of guys congealing, you know, anywhere from 3 to 1 under, and a lot of scores in that general area, kind of like we saw at a few other majors this year. There was, you know, the first round, some guys were still in it, shot himself out in the second round. It'll be interesting to see how Westwood and Luke Donald and those guys and McIlroy do tomorrow, and Keimer do tomorrow. Um, what kind? Will any of them make a move? All right, well, 2-2, guys. I'm out of here. I hope you enjoyed my coverage. As always, I like to some feedback and um, enjoy. All right, I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna sign off with this